So the only what people can see is above that surface. But what they can't see is the work that's been done. The root system is the know-how, the process, okay? Humility, the way you guys handle it more than anybody in the city. One step at a time. Right? But the root system's in place. The root system's in place.
Happy Thanksgiving. That's the way to do it. Hey, it's been a hell of a week, okay? It's been a hell of a week. We talked about this before. You got a nice break, all right? And then we got the third semester coming up. So enjoy your families, okay? Make those memories that matter. Thankful, gratitude, all that's most important. Great job there, okay? Complimentary football all the way around. Man, all right, Mike, break it style. Let's get it together. Hey, Cowboys on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cowboys!
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. Bill Jones, along with Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy. We come to you this week right after the big 27-20 win over the New York Giants here at AT&T Stadium. And, Coach, lot to be thankful for, but especially a win on Thanksgiving Day and especially 2 straight wins Thanksgiving week, right?
Definitely. It's been a great week, and there's nothing like playing on Thanksgiving. Obviously the personal focus of it, just so thankful for everything we all been so blessed with. But to give us opportunity to go compete in a national stage against a division opponent. So this was obviously an important game for our season, but as you've already stated, it's been an excellent week.
All right, let's get into this one a little bit. It was a 7-6 game, early second quarter, and DeMarvion Overshone comes up with not only the tip pass, but the interception, the pick six, and that set the tone for things.
Yeah, definitely. Just a remarkable play, and I just think, number one, he just shows his big play ability each and every week. So whether he's just comes flying across the field and making a tackle for a loss, but yeah, that was a huge play in the game because you felt the whole stadium too picked up after that. So and I thought it really set the tone for the defense for the rest of the day.
And when you look at it, coming out of the break at halftime too, you get the big turnover there and get points off that turnover as well.
Yeah, definitely. The momentum points off turnover is something that we haven't done a lot this year. It's something we've been really focusing on, emphasizing. It's something we've done really well in the past, and I think particularly the last 2 weeks winning the turnover ratio has been huge for us.
6 sacks, that ties a season high, and one of the big things about all the sacks is how many people contributed to. I think there was 5 different players with sacks in this game.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of opportunities. So, and I thought really, even at the end, our coverage was soft, but we were able to get there with 4, and that's where you want to be, and that's when we've been at our best too, is when we're able to play coverage predominantly with 7 players, and just take my hat off to those guys.
All right, and talking specifically about the defense and guys that stepped up defensively against this Giants team, it really was across the board, whether it's defensive line, linebackers, secondary.
Yeah, definitely. I just think you're seeing the continuity and the connection. It's getting better and better each week, and it's a lot of it's been a product of just all the injuries we got hit. We got hit hard early, coming out of camp early in the season, and so forth. So you can just see the way we're practicing too. The communication's better, the walkthroughs are better. So we've definitely taken a step here the last couple of weeks.
This time of the year, everybody's playing through injuries, it seems like. I want to ask you specifically, though, about Eric Kendricks. He means so much to this defense, and here's a guy battling through it as well. And when it gets game day, he does what Eric Kendricks has done for about a decade in this.
Yeah, definitely. Eric's our quarterback on defense. He's a great communicator, super instinctive and aware. Everything runs so smooth when he's in there. Didn't practice at all, and we really didn't know until today. And he went out to the pre-practice and warmed up and was ready to go. So he was definitely huge having him again today.
All right, we're just getting started on this edition of the Mike McCarthy Show. Up next, more from the Cowboys locker room.
The Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant, was brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. And by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com.
What a week it has been for the Cowboys, starting back on Sunday in Landover, Maryland, with that wild win over Washington. And then Thursday night, what a way to celebrate Thanksgiving with a 27-20 win over the New York Giants. Time to head into the locker room here on the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. First guy we're going to hear from, the defensive star of this game, the guy with the pick six, DeMarvion Overshown.
Blocked with play action, screen, tipped up in the air and intercepted by Overshown. Running right to the goal line, touchdown, Overshown. Oh, what an athletic play that is.
I was just playing football, and it's like, man, I knew a play was coming, and I've been told all week, like, that play is coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. And, I was just playing football. I seen the ball, tipped it. I was just praying the whole time that it stayed up. I was like, man, please let my speed, for once, be fast enough to get to this ball. Like, everywhere else is cool, but let me get to this ball. So the emotions, I'm just overjoyed right now. It's a good win, and I'm proud of our team.
This time last year, you had to watch this. How thankful
Very thankful. Just before the game, I was telling myself, around this time last year, I was just waiting to show people my testimony of, when I get back on the field, like, I'm going to show, what God has truly put into me to go out there and inspire and play like I do. So just being out there on the field healthy, is all I can ask for. But like I say, with the group of guys that I play with, I love it. I wouldn't ask to be nowhere else.
In the end, when you got someone just as lucrative as you, and I told y'all from the beginning he was going to be a dude, from his rookie year. Before the injury, I said that would be an all-pro, Pro Bowl type player. I'm just happy that he's finally shown it. I saw it from the beginning. I said, he remind me of somebody. Now, he ain't 11 yet. That's Agent Zero. I think he has his own creative identity, and that's what I like. He's not trying to be like me. He's his own special specimen. Like, he's going to be felt every play. You know what I'm saying? So he's a wild cat out there on the field, but, man, I love playing next to him.
Not only are you guys getting takeaways, but also now your pass rush is coming alive. Look at today, 6 sacks and almost 15 quarterback hits, but you're doing it from the interior to Osa. Just talk about as the defensive front, how it's coming along and why it's starting.
Man, you know what I'm saying? When you kind of got, some of your dudes back, it makes it a lot easier on them interior guys. And then, I just think we're doing a great job of playing off each other, understand that they're going to slide and chip in my direction, and it's them with the scheme. He's doing a lot of things where he's like, all right, like, you got to a couple times, so these other guys can go. And, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes you got to be the decoy, and sometimes when I'm in the inside and it gives me a chance to be one-on-one, I got to win those. And 8 out of 10 times I'm going to win those. So, you just got to understand when it's your opportunity. So I just think everything's coming alive perfectly.
Left, he's rushed, he's hit, he's buried, he's sacked. Micah Parsons just blew by everybody.
So many stars on this Thanksgiving Day against the New York Giants. And up next, we hear from the Cowboys quarterback Cooper Rush when the Mike McCarthy Show continues in a moment.
This segment was brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. This segment is brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
The Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy, continues. I'm Bill Jones here at AT&T Stadium after a 27-20 win over the New York Giants. Cowboys now get some extra time before their next game, another home game a week from Monday against the Cincinnati Bengals. Cooper Rush with a turnover-free game on Thursday against the Giants, and we hear from the Cowboys quarterback now.
A veteran guy that's, made big catch after big catch throughout his whole career. Can do a lot of different things, receiver-wise, and showed up today in big moments. Touchdown, great catch running through the ball there, and then the last play at third down, kind of put it out there a little too far, but he made a great play, and sometimes it comes down to that.
Newey Scruggs, NBC5. Can you just speak to being able to play out here on Thanksgiving Day, national audience, and getting a win?
Yeah, it was cool. It was special. Been here on a lot of Thanksgiving days over the years, and finally getting to start one and play one was cool. You have turkey bowls when you're a kid, and you get to go have a real one today in the NFL. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun, and then obviously the win makes it even better.
Boots, what kind of those?
Boots?
Boots, what kind of those?
I don't know. Good question. Got him, where? Kimosabi, some boot store. I don't know. I actually don't know what they are. Thank you.
Did you buy them or your wife bought them?
I bought them. She picked them, but I bought them.
Cooper Elwin, Henderson, Gilmore Mirror. Obviously, it looks like any rust that you had is worn off. You're getting into a groove these last two games. You've got a lot more confidence, and you got to feel like things are really beginning to come together for you now.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't start great, versus Philly, and Houston wasn't the result we wanted, but we did some things fundamentally that I was proud of, and then just trying to take care of the ball. We're starting to run the ball really well the last couple of games, and our defense keeping us in the game early allows us to keep running it, and that's what I'm saying. It's a great team win. Guys are stepping up on both sides of the ball.
What's Rico Dowdle, the game he had today? 100 yards for the first time. What does that mean to the team? Just talk about his play today.
Yeah, the way he runs, it's infectious. Runs hard, high motor. That's 2 weeks in a row now. We're getting contacted, 5 more yards, pushing the piles, and those add up over time. You get in the fourth quarter, those 4 or 5 yard runs that he's wearing on guys start turning to 8 yard, 10 yard, and he busts a couple there late. So that's why it's important to stick with it, and he's run really well.
13 weeks into the season, super banged up across the board. Now you've got a long break before you get into the rest of the season. You're on a 2-game winning streak. What does all of that combined do for this team if you get some guys healthy going into this back stretch?
Yeah, going to the kind of the third trimester of the season. This November month always goes super fast with this schedule, and to come out of the 10 days, 2 and 3 was big and important. We had to have it, and so now it's it's on to Cincy. You get a little breather, catch our breath a little bit, and then that last part of the season got to make a run.
Knowing you're the quarterback the rest of the way here, what does that give you confidence-wise as you're playing more of these games?
Yeah, you gain confidence with every game. You learn every rep. You can practice all you want, but game reps do matter. And so, I'm feeling more comfortable. Guys are coming together, we're playing well together. And,
shotgun, back to throw on 3rd and short, looking around, left side, got a man, Brandon Cooks, crossing right to left, into the corner, touchdown.
Cooper Rush with a touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks, one of the key plays in this Cowboys win over the Giants. And up next, the coach talks about the offensive stars in this win.
This segment was brought to you by WinStar World Casino and Resort. Proud to be the casino of the Dallas Cowboys. Please game responsibly.
Handoff, Dowdle crashes through on the right side, touchdown Cowboys. Good job by Steele and Span Ford. The Cowboys take advantage.
It feels great. Got to give all the credit to those guys up front. They were able to get movement, a little bit of space, and we were able to make it go, and paid off well for us. But definitely feel great getting that first one. Sure.
Welcome back to the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy, as we come to you this week from AT&T Stadium after a 27-20 Thanksgiving Day win over the New York Giants. Coach Reed joins me here. Let's talk about your offense a little bit, and let's talk about the run game. How about Rico Dowdle, a 100-yard game for Rico?
Yeah, definitely. Dexter Lawrence is someone that, just have a tremendous amount of respect for, and you have to do it a certain way against these guys. And their front has got some dynamite players, so it just starts with the run blocking unit. Those guys did a great job, staying on the double teams. And Rico, just, his violence and his discipline with his coursework. So it was great to get him those touches because, he's been above four yards a carry pretty much, throughout his time here. So I was very happy for him to finally get over that 100-yard mark.
So along those lines, interior of the offensive line with Brock Hoffman going for Zach Martin again this week, and even take it back to the Washington game, you got T.J. Bass in there for Tyler Smith, and next man up has happened a couple of times this week.
No, absolutely. I can't say enough about what Brock brings to the table. He's the glue guy, the attitude, great communicator. Knows it better than pretty much anybody in the building. So he does a great job when he's in there. And TJ last week, or not even last week, Sunday, did a heck of a job. So it's been nice to run the ball like that the last 2 games.
All right, and Brandon Cooks back for the first time in 7 games. 2 key 3rd and 2 plays in this game, one on the goal line and the one to end the game. And who does Cooper Rush find? It's Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, definitely, and that just tells you what we think of Brandon. And even before the series started, that 3rd down call was already determined. So we just want to make sure that, because with CD going out, we had some personnel changes throughout our 3 wide receiver sets. So Brandon's such a good decision maker, and gave Cooper that clean lane to just to convert that 3rd and 3. So big plays for us.
And by the way, how about the week Cavante Turpin has had? You go back to Sunday and the spin move on the kickoff return, 31 points in the span of 3 minutes scored in that game, and then today the 30-yard reception that set up the Brandon Cooks touchdown.
Yeah, definitely. Turp is someone that needs to touch the ball. Period. So he's obviously best at his craft in the National Football League on special teams. So just so proud of him, the way he's developed as a receiver. I mean, he knows our perimeter inside and out, and we've been doing a better job of getting him some touches. But he's really turned into an excellent receiver for us.
At the top of the show, we talked about winning the turnover battle, which you've done 2 straight games now, and getting the takeaways on defense. But how about Cooper Rush taking care of the football, too?
Yeah, definitely. We had the ball on the ground a couple of times, but, this is the way it needs to look. We need to take care of that ball. Our defense is getting us the opportunities back, but that's been a big part of our success here in the past. It needs to continue.
All right, we continue with more of the Mike McCarthy Show from AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
I think it's hard anytime you watch them from the sideline. Especially with a game that you love so much. But to be able to come back in and be in the mix with the guys, I'm very grateful. I'm thankful.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Cowboys scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery are here. Play today.
Being the gun on 2nd and 21 from his own 32. Giants up 7-3. Snap to Rush. Draw play to Dowdle. Running left and a great block. 45 midfield. First down. Down to the Giants 48. How about that? Wow.
Final couple of minutes here of the Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant Energy. Time, coach, for my unsung star of the game. I'm going to go with Chuma Edoga in this game. Chuma's a guy that didn't expect to get out there on the field, but Tyler Guyton goes down with an injury late in the first quarter, and he gives you 3 quarters. And it was big, him coming up at left tackle for you today.
It was huge. It was huge, and really for him to come off of IR and to play that much, I mean, that definitely was not the plan. So the plan was to roll him and Tyler, but when Tyler had the injury, so I'll tell you, it's great to have him back. He had a great offseason, great training camp. It was unfortunate with the injury there against the Rams in preseason, but I thought he did a heck of a job today.
A couple of other guys I want to mention, and they both went down with injuries. And starting with Wanye Thomas, of course, he had the kickoff return for the touchdown on the onside kick against Washington, but he's been such a big contributor for you on special teams.
Yeah, Wanye is one of our quarterbacks. I mean, he runs that punt team. He's been an outstanding special teams player for us for years. Big personality. That's hopefully we get some good news there because he's a big part of how we operate here.
And the other guy, cornerback Josh Butler, had 12 tackles in the game against Washington, was playing well again today, and he goes down with an injury today.
Yes, it's same deal. I hope to get some good news on Josh, but Josh has just worked his tail off the whole time he's been here. Super consistent young man, and it's just unfortunate. These injuries have been so unfortunate, especially when you see a guy like JB finally gets his opportunity. He's out there playing really good football for us.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of it. It's a lot easier to enjoy a Thanksgiving weekend after a win, right?
Well, absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right. And, of course, the Cowboys taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. You actually, for a change, get a little extra time before the next game because it will be a Monday night game a week from Monday against the Cincinnati Bengals. For the head coach, I'm Bill Jones. We appreciate you joining us here for the Mike McCarthy Show, and we'll see you again next week.
The Mike McCarthy Show, powered by Reliant, is brought to you by Blockchain.com. Invest like your icons with Blockchain.com. Ford, your North Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas. Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Cowboys. And to watch more Dallas Cowboys content on your connected TV, download the Cowboys Now app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV.